Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Koko Tel podcast. I'm Koko.
And I'm Tel.
And today's topic is being a convert. And Tel is going to talk about her experience, her journey of converting to Islam.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about it earlier, but not too much because we wanted to save stuff for the podcast. But I was telling you that I noticed that when someone's converting from one religion to another, it doesn't matter from what to what, like what I found is that most people get hit with a lot of tests, like right away. As soon as they leave one religion and begin the process of moving into the other, it just hits them hard, like one after the next, because they've created this new commitment to something new. So why don't you talk about what your experience was?
I definitely went through test after test from the beginning. You know, first of all, living in a new state, being alone.
Oh yeah, New York.
New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I forget that?
Okay. Yeah. I moved to New York and, of course, didn't know anybody out there, 3,000 miles away from California. And, you know, just starting a whole new life, you know, changing everything from diet to just all the habits. But of course it didn't happen all at one time. It was over a period of time because it took me time to start learning those new habits of, you know, prayer and, you know, eating halal food. And, you know,
so in the beginning, like the very beginning, since you're in the beginning, changing diet, like, was that weird for you?
It didn't seem strange to me. I mean, of course, it was hard for me in the beginning, but it wasn't strange. It didn't feel strange. Like, it just, for me, I think my heart already knew that, like, this is a spiritual, you know, it's just all for purity. And so that's how I took it. You know, just like with no drinking alcohol.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Not eating pork and, you know, eating a certain type of meat, you know, the halal meat, and then also, you know, just other things.
So that wasn't one of the harder tests for you? The diet and the physical, like stopping drinking or whatever other habits you had?
No, that wasn't like the biggest challenge. The challenge that came was just not being around my friends, you know, my old friends. And, you know, I actually pushed everybody away, but I guess it was meant to be that way because of my journey, like how to grow, because if what I was going through, nobody could understand, like my non-Muslim friends wouldn't be able to understand, you know, not all of them were open as you were. You're the only one who understands and always accepted me for who I am. So, and supported me. You always supported me. But other people didn't or couldn't, you know, understand that process I was going through, you know? I
mean, to be honest, I couldn't understand, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand why you were converting, but what does that have to do with me?
Yeah.
Like, I was going through my own crap at that time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was just like, well, do your thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hid from a lot of people, and, you know, also how I talked about, you know, in the first year of hiding it from my mom, but it was easy because I was living in New York City.
Right.
So, but then when I had my first daughter, Fatima,
Who? Just kidding.
When I had her, then I knew, like, I'm like, okay, this is the time I can tell my mom because she's just gonna be like, okay. And of course, my mom has always supported me. She didn't give me any hard time, you know, and just accepted it. But I think, you know, and of course I was challenged in, you know, relationships that I was in during that time.
Like what kind of relationships? You don't have to answer. Yeah. I was just, oh, so you're intentionally being vague. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I mean, I was challenged with everything. So yes, I was challenged in my marriage, and And then challenged with, you know, my mom passing away. Like all those things were happening all back to back.
Right, I see what you're saying.
And then me being sick all the time. Like I was just, after my mom passed away, then my health went down and I was just constantly sick and just feeling lonely. Like, challenged with loneliness, not knowing where I belong. Even when I was in a Muslim community, I did have friends, but I still felt like an outsider. Not blaming anyone, it's just how I felt.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just like I always felt like the outsider. Until now, I feel like the outsider. And you know, and doesn't mean I'm putting any blame on anyone. It's
Has it gotten better, though?
I started forcing myself to mix more with people now, but I still kind of feel like the outsider, you know?
Because you're a convert.
No, because I think, I don't want to speak for other converts, because I could only speak for myself. Right. So, you know, every convert has a different experience. Yeah. So this is just like my own experience. And, you know, I mean, I was fortunate to meet a lot of blessed people during my journey, you know, at the times when I was struggling. Like at the right time, I met the right person to help me get through my struggles with my mental health and everything else, you know. But I don't know. I still feel like I don't belong anywhere, if that makes sense.
Alien.
Yeah, feel like an alien.
That's why we're such good friends, because we're both aliens, because I don't fit in anywhere either.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word.
Calling all aliens, join us.
So if anybody can relate to that, you know, please reach out, you know, we can talk about it. And
for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. And I always question myself, you know, am I doing something wrong? Because, you know, there's a lesson whenever something happens, you know, whatever you're experiencing. So I'm not saying it's anyone's fault or whatever, but just trying to look within.
Yeah.
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 And,
okay.
Yeah.
So if we move forward in time in your journey, so your mom passed, so you're like fully acclimated into like Muslim culture already, right? What's next? Like what happened next in your journey?
So going through with my mom passing and then my health issues and struggling with mental health. Struggling with mental health for like 23 years. It's 23.
What? Are you? Really? Can't relate. No, just kidding.
I mean, I didn't know I was aware of it. Like, I wasn't aware of it back then, of course, like when I was younger. But then as time goes and you grow and you go through more, you know, problems, then it starts rising up more. Right. And then I wasn't aware until after going through therapy, you know.
Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say after going through therapy, that's when I was aware of what I was experiencing, because I got diagnosed.
Okay. So my question was the converting and the mental health. Was there a correlation there? Like, did being a convert make it harder on your mental health?
No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that?
No. I think it was just experiences I had with people. Okay.
So then actually, did turning deeper into Islam actually help you with your mental health?
That saved me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that saved me from not giving up, you know, when I could have easily committed suicide many years ago. But, you know.
Please don't.
Of course, you know, I didn't do that. And it's just everything just turning, all of my problems, just turning to God all the time. And, you know, every time something would happen, if I was like rock bottom, I would be led to something else that would help me, you know, get up, that would pick me up, you know.
Right, like a person.
Yeah.
Or
like,
new prayers that you would discover.
Right, like, it's like God would use send me the means of whatever it is to help me.
How to get through that.
Yeah.
So then everything that we go through we're just supposed to go find the resource to get through it rather than just sit there and be a victim and say my life sucks.
Right.
So you found various ways and techniques and areas within Islam to get through all of that.
Yes. Yeah. Like spiritual gatherings.
So it became your anchor.
Yes, exactly. That was my anchor until this day. Because, you know, still struggling, still have hardships, you know, within my life. But I feel like God has just carried me through it all, you know. Of course, going through the tornadoes, you feel like you're going crazy.
Right.
But then when you're out of it, tornadoes don't last, you know. So everything's temporary.
Right.
But, yeah, so after going through that, and then, of course, now in my current situation, being a single mom, you know, so it's been like 4 years now that I've been, you know, single mom. And that's, you know, a challenge because not having family support and, you know, just the fact of doing it alone, which other single moms can relate, you know. So, yeah, that's the main challenge that I have present, you know, in this present time.
Right. So where do you think, being that that's where you're currently at, right? Like, where do you think you can get support, like within the Muslim community, for being this like struggling single parent? Like, I mean, we're doing this obviously because we want to create, like, you know, some sort of avenue for support. But like, if we're talking more details, or you don't have to say, I'm just trying to pick your brain for like what you need specifically from your experience, and how can you draw something from the community to help you or to help others. Just to
for me, you know, personally, for me, I wish I could have somebody to, because I had to, when I got divorced, it's like I had to start a whole new life, because the whole time I was married, I was just stay-at-home mom, you know, homeschooling my kids. And for years, that was 20 years of not doing anything but, you know, at home, not doing anything outside, like not working. And, you know, you just lose skills.
For sure, I get that, yeah.
And it's so hard to start all over again.
Yeah.
And I feel like, wow. And later in life, not that I'm saying I'm so old, but like I mean, I'm going to be 47 years old.
No, we're young. What are you talking about? Nobody heard that. I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I own it. I'm 47.
Well, I'm younger than her, so.
By a few months. Yeah, but yeah, so I don't know. Like, it's just, I wish there was other moms out there. Like, there was like more intimate connection.
Yeah.
So, you know, like to get together and connect and share ideas of like, you know, of course, everybody has something else to offer, like something good to offer, you know, because we're all different. And, you know, just that emotional support and even like hands-on support, like to help show me how to do some things, you know, because when somebody's having like, nobody can relate when you go through PTSD or, you know, anxiety or whatever. People, if they never experienced it, it's very hard for people to really understand you on what you go through. So people can be, not everybody, but some people can be, you know, judgmental and just be like, you know.
Really?
They could be like,
sorry,
oh, you're lazy, or like just say things like, because they don't get it, or they're just judging from the outside.
Right.
So yeah, it would just be nice if there was more of that, you know, intimacy, you know, of not just single moms. It could be even like just
compassion, understanding.
Yeah. I feel like when I go into the community, I have to just put on a face and be like, alhamdulillah, I'm okay. Like because I feel like I'm too embarrassed to say anything. Like I can't really say what my problems are, you know. I have to like, I feel like I have to hide everything.
Do you think that's something that I don't know if, like, because you know how different communities, it depends on where you are a lot of the time.
Yes, yeah.
I guess I'm just looking for the common thread of is that something that converts feel? Like when you have spoken to other converts, I'm just wondering.
Every convert that I know in this community, like, I mean, because I don't have many friends, but they all have different experiences, and I don't see anybody who has had an experience like mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I don't know because I haven't gotten too close to any one of them.
Right.
You know, they're all like very much involved with their families, you know, so they just have different lives.
Right, it's just a different support system that they turn to.
Yes, like either it's their husband or their extended family.
Right.
But I haven't met anyone like me who's like, I should say loner, but I feel like saying the word loner.
Loner, I'm a loner too. It's okay, just in a different way. You know me, I push everyone away, and everyone's just like, and I'm like, no, I'm a loner, get away.
Yeah, but that's what, I feel like.
Well, how did you feel when you were, because you've lived in various states, right?
Yes.
Like,
I lived in New York.
How was it in like New York versus California and the other states you've lived in? Like, did you just still feel that same way everywhere you went?
Yes, I did. I mean, of course, I didn't like living on the East Coast because I'm just not, that was just my experience. So
Too fast?
Yeah, I'm a slow-paced person. So, yeah.
Me too.
When I was living on the East Coast, because it was from New York, Virginia, Georgia, then Missouri. And then from there, from Missouri, I came back home to California. And the Bay Area is just home for me. Although, I have to say, I forgot to mention Malaysia. My experience there when I went there was amazing because that was the only time I really experienced sisterhood. And the people were just very lighthearted and, you know, just it felt like home, especially because you know how Filipinos, they sniff, and I love being sniffed. You know?
Yeah. So, they like go up to your cheek and they're like,
they sniff. They were sniffing me, like everybody. When they greeted me, I do miss
the sniff. I hated it when I was a kid. But really? I did. I hated it. Like all the old ladies would come and sniff me and I'd be like, that's so gross. But now I miss it. I'm like, somebody sniff me. Because there's not that many elders in my family anymore that, you know, like we don't do those things.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love that. And that's what I used to always, my mom, when I was little, I'm like, sniff me, sniff me. Yeah. So, but yeah, Malaysia was quite an experience. It was so beautiful. The people are beautiful inside and out. Like, I just felt home. And when I came back, that was the only place that I didn't want to leave. And when I came back here, I was crying.
So you did not feel like an alien?
No, I didn't feel like Malaysia. No.
What was your experience? Sorry to force you to talk, but I know you went.
Yes.
Yeah, it was exactly the same way. At first, I was kind of like nervous, but the minute we got there, like instantly felt like home. Like I've never felt like that anywhere. Everybody was just so welcoming, and you can feel it was like genuine. You know, like you could feel the love.
Yes.
It was,
Interesting.
Like we were all sad. Yeah. You know, her sisters, like all of us were sad. You know, we were crying. All of us cried, and you know, I can never forget all those sisters that I met out there, and the gatherings that I went to. All the people. It was just such a blessed trip.
What do you think was different? Like, why is the sisterhood there different than the sisterhood here?
They do a lot of things together. They really, like, you go to the masjid and everybody's together. You know, everybody starts talking
together, like they cook together,
no,
or they
talk. Everybody talks to each other. Like they don't just like hear
there's
people.
Unity.
There's unity. There you go, unity.
They're just like one big family.
Yes, and the most beautiful thing that I saw was after they were done praying, is they kiss each other and hug each other.
Oh, okay.
You know, and and you just feel the sisterhood. And like they have food there. Like we were at the masjid, and this
it's always about food for me.
I know. This one random sister, they're like, here, come eat with us. I didn't know them. Like we just,
welcoming.
Yeah, very welcoming. Like
non-exclusive.
Exactly. Yes. There's just no like exclusive
exclusivity.
Yeah.
Yes. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Exclusivity.
But everybody they include you, and I felt that it was warm. It was just, that was comfort for me, because that's what I was or have been searching for. Is that feeling of sisterhood and belonging, because that's what mostly everybody looks for. They want to feel like they belong.
Right.
A lot of people oftentimes, why do they get depressed? They're alone, and loneliness creates depression. It can add to that,
right.
depending on what state you're in, So, I had to include that, because that was part of my experience of being a convert, traveling there to Malaysia, Singapore, and
Indonesia.
And Indonesia, that was the same thing too. I mean, we just couldn't communicate too much because a lot of sisters couldn't speak English. So I wish I understood the language so that I could have communicated more with them. But it was the same.
A lot of the words are like Tagalog.
Yes.
They're very similar.
They were saying sakit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that. It's not what you think it means. Beep.
Well, there was other words, but
yeah. We say gatas or leche, not that.
Yes. So yeah, but yeah. So that was one of the most beautiful things I have experienced since I've been Muslim. It was just like a little pocket of, I don't know, relief or ease or comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfort.
Yeah.
Because that's all I've been looking for is comfort.
So then how do you get, or what is your source of comfort now that you're back here in California, or
well, my source of comfort, You had to say food. Okay, yes, food. I love food.
You too well.
Yes, you know me too well. Now that my daughters are older, my daughters are my comfort, and of course, my faith, going to gatherings. Anytime I get to go to a gathering, spiritual gathering, it's like when I told you about the Molid and
it feeds your soul.
Yes, it does. When I go to classes at the masjid, that's what brings me comfort, makes me feel safe, and happy.
So for you, it's more about the experience or the vibe of, let's say, of prayer, rather than the people.
But explain that more,
it feels good for you to go to these things because of the vibe, the vibration that it creates.
Yeah.
Of praying together, of singing together, of being together.
Right.
Whereas when you were in Malaysia, it was that plus this other thing.
Yes. It was, yes, right.
So because you've experienced that other thing, that's what makes you feel like something's missing. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I get it.
Like empty.
Yeah.
And I think it comes back to that sisterhood, what I've been yearning for, and that's why it comes back to doing this channel.
Right. I'm your sister.
Yes.
Sister.
Yes. But you don't count.
I know. Everyone always says that to me. I don't count.
Because you are like my sister, basically, you know?
Yeah.
We grew up together.
We did.
So, yeah.
That's funny.
But no, I do also feel safe with you too, because that you're my comfort. But if we have to talk about in the Islamic community,
that's what I mean.
With Muslims, then it's just I haven't found.
You're still searching.
Yeah, for that safety.
Yeah. So you're kind of hoping that you might find a little bit of it or create it within this space,
right?
Using this this podcast or this YouTube channel,
right?
If I can't find it, let me go make it.
Yes, exactly. Because that's what they say. Whatever you see, then you do it.
Right.
You initiate it.
Yeah.
if there's a problem, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. So in closing, is there anything else you want to add before we say goodbye to our listeners about being a convert? I mean, obviously you're a proud Muslim.
Yes.
It changed your life.
Alhamdulillah,
and
yes.
I can attest to it because I've seen you before and after. Like, you're still you, but you're a greater version of you since you converted. So I feel like...
I hope so.
Well, I mean, this may sound weird, but you being Muslim actually, it complimented me, if that makes any sense, like in my life, because then I felt like we could grow together.
Oh,
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Because if you didn't find this path, we might have grown in different directions.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
So thank you for converting.
Oh, you're welcome.
She's like, my pleasure.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of this is just my experience, and I know everybody has different experiences. But if anybody if anybody can relate to this, reach out to me. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
We read all the comments.
Yes. So anytime, please feel free to reach out. And if it takes a little bit of time, please just know we will get back to you.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
For your time. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.